According to the National Center for Drug Abuse Statistics, over 96,700 people die from drug overdoses annually, 7 in 10 of those being due to opioid usage. Drug overdoses have killed over 1 million people since 1999, and opioids kill more than 136 Americans every single day. America is experiencing a drug crisis, and it's important to be aware of it and know what you can do to help. These are scary statistics, but there are things that can be done to help turn the tides. Naloxone or Narcan is a medication with life-saving effects that can reverse the effects of a drug overdose. According to drugs.com, it does this by blocking opioid receptors in the body. The Madison Police Department describes how it works perfectly on their website. They say to think of your brain cells like a toddler's shape sifter toy, the ones with the different shaped holes and blocks. Naloxone comes along and replaces the opioids. It can boot it out or fill the hole before the heroin comes along. Narcan is completely safe to administer and can be easily administered through injection or nasal spray. It's safe to use multiple times, and you can still use it even if the person you're using it on is experiencing something other than a drug overdose. So when in doubt, you can always use Naloxone. So how do you administer Narcan? According to Narcan.com, you should first and foremost check that the person you are administering it on is in fact experiencing a drug overdose. Like I said previously, it is safe to administer Narcan even if the person isn't experiencing an opioid overdose. But if someone is just taking a nap, they might not appreciate getting spray up their nose. Signs that someone may be experiencing a drug overdose is if that person is unconscious or struggling to maintain consciousness, or if they're struggling to breathe. If any of these symptoms are present, it is safe to assume that that person may be experiencing a drug overdose. Once you've determined that the person is in fact experiencing an overdose, you will then want to insert the nasal spray into either nostril and firmly press the plunger to administer a dose. Now I'm going to demonstrate. Here's my Narcan. You would want to insert this, and then the plunger will be pre-staged, and all you have to do is press it in, and that will administer a dose. It's literally that easy. Afterwards, you should immediately call 911 and stay with that person. And if the Narcan doesn't work after 2 to 3 minutes, then another dose of Narcan should be administered if you have it on hand. Like I said, you cannot overdose someone on Narcan, so don't be afraid to give more than one dose. Sometimes people require 2 or more doses to come to. More than likely, paramedics will even administer another dose upon arrival to the scene. Unfortunately, most people aren't even aware that the existence of Narcan, despite how easy it is to retrieve. I got mine at my local Pride Parade, where they were giving them out for free. But there are a ton of resources where you can get your hands on free Narcan. You can check local health centers, harm reduction organizations, or even order it online through certain free programs. You can always check the National Harm Reduction Coalition website to find naloxone near you. You may be asking yourself, why is it important to know this information, considering you're not an abuser and none of your loved ones are either? The sad truth is that most drug abusers are ashamed of their addictions and will try to hide it from those that they love. March 29th, 2023, my mom overdosed on fentanyl and passed away. She was using in secrecy because she was supposed to be getting clean, so no one knew that she needed help until it was far too late. There's unfortunately so many reasons why people don't report or share their addictions, but even if it isn't someone close to you, you never know if you'll be on the bus, walking home, or walking through the grocery store and come across someone that needs help. I live in California, and according to the National Center for Drug Abuse Statistics, California accounts for 7,888 opioid deaths a year. And it's not hard to believe. Every day driving to and from work in downtown San Diego, you can see the very obvious drug problem, especially among homeless populations. I'm not only prepared, but comforted knowing that I have Narcan in my center console and can hop out of the car and administer care whenever needed. Knowing how to use Narcan is extremely important, and I implore everyone to keep one in their car, one in their home, one in their purse, and one on their persons at all times. According to an article by JAMA Network, combining an increased naloxone distribution with interventions to address solitary drug use could lead to the reduction in opioid overdose deaths by up to 37.4%. Together we can turn the tides and save others from becoming a statistic. Please get your hands on some Narcan today. You never know when you'll need to save a life.